This, my friends, is Urzikstan, the brand new map coming to Warzone. You can think of it kind of as Verdansk and Al Mazrah's unexpected love child, and on first impressions, it looks incredible. But before we get into it, I just want to give a quick shout out to Westy for donating this footage to me. He captured it during the COD Next reveal event this week in LA and was kind enough to let me use it. Okay, let's get into it. With a mix of Middle Eastern and Eastern European architecture, Urzikstan brings dense urban terrain and has 11 distinct POIs. While obviously I haven't actually had hands-on with this map yet, I can tell you that the movement changes and improvements that are set to release along with Modern Warfare 3 will be carrying over to this brand new map. No more of the Warzone 2 that you know. But Z, Warzone 2 sucks. I stopped playing it months ago. Why would I bother checking this out? Well, my friends, in this video, I'm going to tell you a few things that I learned from watching the event and chatting to some of the creators that attended it. And well, you may want to reconsider. Let's kick off with the map itself. With a huge focus on density, cover and rotation opportunities, Urzikstan has been designed from the ground up with all the lessons learned over the years of Warzone development in mind. While it's slightly smaller than Al Mazrah, it is bigger than Caldera, and this map has a real focus on building to building combat. There are far less open areas for you to get gunned down in while you run into the buy station to buy your mate back. Traversing this new map is going to be even easier than before. Vertical ziplines are staying, but they're also adding horizontal ziplines. This is a brand new way to enter and exit fights, and they look absolutely insane. You can shoot on them, and they've pretty much removed all of the animation for clipping on and off of these ziplines. Imagine going from one building to another, dropping on another team while they're fighting another team. It's going to be absolute chaos. The map also has a big focus on dynamic events. The train, which I'm sure you all remember, know and love as one of the OP hot drops from Verdansk, well, it's back, but this time with a twist. It has a buy station on it and a UAV tower, but more importantly, you can control it. Yes, you heard that right. You can choose what direction the train is running in, and this can be controlled from a lever within the cab of the train. But not only that, there is also a handbrake at the back of the train. This can be activated only from the last caboose, the last carriage on the train, meaning if your team is holding down that train and it suddenly stops, well, get ready to fight. On the topic of dynamic events, we should probably talk about the Gulag, which has had a total overhaul. Returning to the simple 3-lane layout, the Gulag now has 4 different variants, which have a totally random chance of happening. The 2 that we know about are the night vision Gulag and the cash Gulag, which pretty much do what they say on the tin. All cash collected, however, can be taken with you if you survive. The last 2 will have to wait until launch to see. Another major change is the overtime flag. It's no more. It's been replaced with an ascender, which if you make it to the top, you're home and dry. But be careful. You can shoot and be shot at while on this thing, and if you don't make it to the top, well then buddy, you're going back to the lobby. One thing that has been made abundantly clear whilst listening to the devs talk about this new iteration of Warzone is that there has been a real focus and consideration for starting where we left off from Warzone 1. As you know, a lot of the community were pretty disappointed with losing a lot of the quality of life updates that we got towards the end of its life. But that's not to say that we've done a full 180. There are a lot of things from Warzone 2 that have remained, like the backpack system. This will be staying. The benefits of having it in their eyes outweighed the negatives. One of the major pain points of the backpack system is that when you drop your weapon, it drops all your ammo as well. Well, Raven Software are tackling this by introducing 5 dedicated ammo slots that will automatically pick up whatever ammo that you need. Hopefully, they remove the ability to store grenades as well. This is going to greatly reduce the amount of grenade spam that happens during rounds. Another nice quality of life change or reinstatement retrofit is weapon rarity, which, if you remember, was a nice coloured tooltip that would let you know the number of attachments that a weapon had before you picked it up. It'd also indicate whether it was a custom loadout. Yeah, well, that's back, along with a bunch of other things that the community has been crying out for since the beginning of the game, way back in 2020. That said, it's not just things from the past that we're getting. We're getting a bunch of new quality of life updates as well. For example, when you're using a ladder or swimming in the water, you will now always get a pistol. This is regardless of your loadout. So even if you have an AR and a sniper or 2 launchers, you'll always have a pistol ready to fight. Another, the gas mask, which can now be manually equipped. No more pesky animations. And wait, they also counter gas grenades, which is pretty clutch. No more coughing and losing ADS when a gas grenade goes off in your face. Before we go, let's briefly talk contracts. They are here to stay, and we're getting the return of one of the fan favourite contracts from the end half of Warzone 1, the Big Game Bounty. These are big, high risk, high reward contracts, and they're a lot of fun all round. We're also seeing the return of the perk Combat Scout, which I know some of you loved, some of you hate, a very polarizing perk. We are retaining the original Warzone perk system and loadout system, but we're going to be getting some new perks that are specific to Warzone. More details on those in a separate video, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Overall, I'm getting a pretty good sense that this year of Warzone is going to be a good one. Regardless of what you think about the map or the mode, it's clear that the developers at the wheel really do care about the players. They also care about how the players want this game to play, and that cannot be underrated. They're listening to feedback and they're already implementing changes that had been on the radar since the launch of Warzone 2. Ultimately, we are going to have to see how it plays out when it launches later this year. Some other exciting news, if you hadn't, and if you've made it this far, we are getting the return of Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep in 2024. So, I mean, if that isn't something to go by, then, you know, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you were expecting. If you enjoyed the video, and maybe you want to help me attend an event like COD Next in the future, be sure to subscribe, because I will be covering the next generation of Warzone and, of course, DMZ and much, much more. Hopefully we hear more about that mode in the future and we get this new map, but if not, I'll be making sure to give you guys what you want to see. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.